Good evening, this is the Dean of all things spicy with Conjured Vaporz Peppers, and I'm here to do a pepper review. So I will be reviewing 2 pods from my friend Ethan Morgan, also known as Pepperplegic. This is a Warthog. Looks a lot like a Habanero or a Scotch bonnet, but we're going to find out what it tastes like. And this is, I believe, a Wartryx, also by Pepperplegic. But prior to reviewing those, I want to say thank you to League of Fire for making chili eating competitions possible and giving us this world, this sport that we never would have had without you. I want to thank Hammajack Hot Sauce for their hope, for organizing the Pittsburgh Rivers of Fire event. And I want to thank my sponsor, Harvest 912, for hosting the event. And I took it home. So this is the 2025 Pittsburgh Rivers of Fire Championship belt. To go along with my 2024 Lake Erie Championship belt. So, what do y'all think? Couple belts on the wall behind me. I'm gonna have to set it up. Thank you guys. Thank you to all the hot sauce vendors that were there. Thank you to the people that were there. I met some absolutely amazing people. Thank you to everybody who watched online. Thank you for the support. I had an absolute blast. I had some amazing competitors that I went against. Pepperplegic specifically. First time ever in a chili eating competition. And he did 50 pods. Man, so proud of you. Absolutely. Hands down, so proud of you. Jeremiah Ahmlit Bibo. Not sure how to pronounce the last name. Ahmlit. Ahmlit. I'll link these guys in the description. Phenomenal. Well, he's always linked in my description. So is Pepperplegic. Phenomenal competitor. I cannot count how much of an honor it was to meet you, man. Just hands down, I was so thrilled to eat with you. I don't really know how to express what it was like. And then the guy sitting to my right, Matt. Hands down, he's a beast. I was just able to eat a little quicker than him in the speed round. But, anybody could have a bad day. As a friend said online, it could just take a bad hash brown that morning and boom, you're out. But anyway, thank you guys so much. I had an absolute blast. One of the most fun events I've ever been to. And here, coming up this Saturday, I will be competing in the Americas belt. So these are local belts. And the Americas belt is the regional. So everybody who has earned one of these belts, second to, other than this last competition, somebody else will get my seat because I already earned the seat with the 2024 Lake Erie Championship. So not sure who's going to take the seat yet. But other than that one, it's all people who have earned one of the local belts. So it's going to be 10 top eaters of chilies competing together for the Americas belt. So come on out to Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. Come to Blaze for the Brave, hosted by Jason Pettibone, also known as Late for Work. I'll link him in the description down below. I will put the link for Blaze for the Brave if you happen to be anywhere near Pennsylvania this coming Saturday, the 11th. We're going to have the Americas belt, which I'm competing in. We're going to have the World Championship belt, which is the current America's champion going up against the current world champion. You don't want to miss it. Not sure which day it is, but we're going to have a wing eating competition as well, and we're going to have a pie eating competition for kids. We're also on Sunday going to have the Road to the America's Belt match. That's the qualifier for next year's America's Belt match. And then we're going to have an amateur match, which originally was planned to be EMS. Police versus firefighters versus medical. I don't know if we had enough people in those jobs sign up. So there will most likely be people who are not in those jobs competing in that amateur match. The proceeds from the event, the entry fees, because it does cost to get into the festival, will be donated to departments. Specifically, I believe there's 2 departments right around Gettysburg who recently lost police officers, and I believe that's where Jason has decided to send those donations. But anyway, back to the business at hand. Again, thank you all so much for such an amazing comp. Thank you again, League of Fire, for making this possible. Warthog from Pepperplegic. She was the pepper dissector. Get into her and see what she looks like. Now I'm wondering, is it going to be Warthog level heat? Or is it going to be Habanero level heat? Let's find out. Smells like a Warthog. Smells exactly like a Warthog. I'm assuming that's what it is, because the seeds came from Matthew Arthur. There's just so many different phenotypes out there. Here goes. So, amazingly sweet from the outset. Just sweet, 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 sweet. Fruity. No floral. No bitterness. And, sadly, no heat. Not that I can sense. There's probably heat in this pod, but none that I can sense. No burn at all. No tongue, no lips. Absolutely delicious. No heat. Again, that's me. I have an amazingly high tolerance. Like, I can eat habaneros over and over and over and over again. I might eventually feel some heat. 13th pot in. So, don't know. Maybe it was a Warthog that crossed with a habanero. Couldn't tell you. Anyway, pot number 2. Wartryx. Also given to me by Pepperplegic Ethan. Thank you, Ethan. I appreciate it. Pepper dissector. See what she looks like on the inside. I bet this one will have some heat. At least a little bit. That's what the Wartryx looks like on the inside. Perhaps I'm wrong and this is a Warthog Pheno too, but I think it's a Wartryx. Cheers. All right. So I'm sensing a little bit of heat in this one. Just the tiniest amount right now. It might be climbing though. This one was fruity at the beginning. Then it went into a floral flavor with a little bit of bitterness on the back end. Right now the burn, tingle of a burn, is on the front of my tongue. Literally just the tip right now. Lots of seeds. So I feel like this pepper's probably around 600 to 700,000 Scoville heat units. That's my sense. It's actually not a super tasty pod. No, I take that back. After the bitterness went away, the fruitiness came back. So it is tasty, actually. I had to wait for it to hit. Yeah, it's not bad. Anyway, so I want to burn. I don't know if this one will bring me to that burn either. And again, Ethan, thank you so much. They were great pods. And surprisingly, the one that looks like a habanero, no heat to me. Maybe it was a habanero cross, I don't know. Anyway, this pepper was grown from seeds that I purchased as ahi habanero. This is obviously not ahi habanero. It looks a lot more like a chocolate bula. So, out of 3 plants, I got this, one that looks like a peachish mustard butla as well, and one that looked like a red butla as well. So I don't know if the seed seller that I purchased from, which is a highly reputable seed source, accidentally put butlas in there, or if these are ahi habaneros crossed with something that looks like a butla. Not sure. Once again, pepper dissector. Let's find out what she looks like. Well, that one smells chinensi. This is going to be warm. That's the inside. Smells like a chocolate pot. I can smell the earthiness. I can smell slight fruitiness, which is unusual for a chocolate. Ahi habanero or no? Chocolate bula? Looks a lot more like one. Cheers. There's instantly more heat than the other two. So, flavor profile. It was fruity. It was smoky fruitiness at the very beginning of the pod. Then it moved into an earthy flavor. Kind of like you take a little bit of dirt. And then went into bitterness at the end. Heat level, I can't tell yet. It's probably still climbing. The burn is mostly in the middle of my tongue. Middle of the roof of my mouth. And it is ramping up still. Hope everybody's having a good Monday. Or had a good Monday. Hope you all are able to hang out with someone you love. I had such a great time at the event on Saturday. Love, love, love pepper festivals, hot sauce festivals, pepper competitions. It's my world. It's where I feel comfortable. It's the people I love to be around. I met such amazing people. Megan and Dan, if you guys are watching this, thanks for the conversation. Really, really enjoyed meeting you guys. So it's still climbing. There goes the nose. Minimum of 1 million. It's going to be quite a bit hotter though. Burn is migrating towards the front of my tongue. This is a warm pod. Thankfully. It's a slow builder too. My eyes are starting to get watery. I don't know if it'll produce a tear. It might. So now all I taste is smokiness. The bitterness went away. So I'm starting to get what I call dragon's breath. That's when you breathe out and it's hot when you breathe out. I love that feeling. So now the burn's migrating to my throat. I don't feel much on the front of my tongue anymore. It's now going backwards. It's literally building. Like from the front of my tongue, it's just expanding outwards like this. It's a warm pod. I like this pod a lot. I'm telling you, I think it has bootleg in it. It's got to. Again, I don't know if they mixed up the seeds or if it was a cross, but the fact that I have 3 plants and they're all 3 different colors, all the pods look somewhat similar. They're just 3 different colors. I do think a tear might fall from this one. Sorry, this might end up being a long video. Nose is going much better now. Huh. I'm still tasting that smoky flavor. It's great. I love it. I love smokiness. Some people don't, though. I do. I feel like it's still ramping up. It has not peaked yet. Such an interesting burn characteristic. Especially the migration, going from the center of my tongue forward and then expanding backwards. It's great. It never fully latched onto the throat though. So your nose is going. So I think it's peaking now. I think. So normally, at the beginning of the season, I don't count something as around 1.5 until I get one tier. But I think this is hotter and I haven't had a tier fall. But again, I just ate 54 peppers on Saturday. So my tolerance is pretty high right now. And eat peppers throughout the day. I'll have breakfast, have a couple peppers. I'll have lunch, have 2 or 3 peppers. Have dinner, usually 3, 4, or 5 peppers. Sometimes 6, depends on the day. So, it's peaked. Eyes are red, glassy, no tear has fallen. I do think this is about 1.6 million. Or at least it's the feeling of 1.6 million. It's a chocolate pod. Chocolate pods feel hotter even though they don't test as high. Yeah, it's starting to go back down now. I'm going to give this video just a little bit longer though. That did feel like 1.6 million Scoville heat units. Maybe I'm wrong. It's taken longer for me to tear up though. It's probably taken longer for my nose to run too. Huh. Alright. So, once again, thank you again to all of you who supported me, whether you were there in person, whether you were watching online, whether you were Harvest 912, my sponsor. And by the way, go check out harvest912.org. You won't find a better organization. They have a spicy foods side of their business. And when you purchase spicy foods from their business, 100% of the proceeds, not just the profit, but 100% of the proceeds goes to put shoes on the feet of unhoused people. Goes to feed homeless veterans. Again, you can't find a better organization. If you can find one better, let me know. Tell me about it in the comments. Thank you guys. This is the Dean of All Things Spicy with Conjured Vaporz Peppers. 2 Belt Dean. Have a beautiful night. I'm out.